Hey guys, welcome to a comparison video between Masterwork and Trimmed Masterwork Armour. So when you're ready, grab your cup of tea, sit back, relax and enjoy. To start off the comparison, we're going to be talking about the price difference between the two armor sets. Regular Masterwork armor in itself can already seem quite daunting and expensive towards mid-level players, as the entire armor set will set you back 61.5 million GP. Trimmed Masterwork, on the other hand, will set you back a total of 275 mil. That's almost 4.5 times as expensive. Even if you end up trimming Masterwork yourself, which takes a lot of smithing time, it's still going to be very expensive. With that being said though, what's the actual difference between these two armor sets? The stats on paper for regular Masterwork and Trimmed Masterwork really aren't that different, since one armor set is tier 90 DPS armor and Trimmed Masterwork is tier 92 DPS armor. There's a difference of 81.7 more armor bonus on Trimmed Masterwork opposed to the regular Masterwork armor set, which will slightly decrease the amount of accuracy your opponents have on you, but they both have the same prayer bonus, and Trimmed Masterwork only has 5 more strength bonus, so slight increase of damage when using melee weapons. So what makes Trimmed Masterwork armor so attractive to high level PvMers? Well, after buying this armor set a few months ago, I can explain. Trimmed Masterwork has some effects. These effects can be very helpful in some PvM situations where you just mess up something and you take a massive hit. You see, when you're actually wearing 3, 4 or even 5 pieces of the Trimmed Masterwork armor set, incoming damage dealt to you, the player, is reduced by 30, 40 or 50% depending on how many pieces of the armor set you're actually wearing. Then that remaining damage is dealt as a bleed that hits 5 times, dealing 20% of that hit in every bleeding hit. For example, if you get hit for 5,000 damage, with 5 pieces equipped, that will be 2,500 damage dealt in 5 bleeding hits of 500 damage. Another example, 7,000 damage when you're only wearing the legs, body and helmet, that's 4,900 damage dealt in 5 bleeds of 980 damage per hit. That is so useful if you mess up a PvM mechanic and you can just eat through the bleed instead of getting killed or KO'd. Here, just have a look at this QBD kill. I was wearing full Masterwork armor without super antifires, I was only praying magic, and I was just tanking every hit. I just ate a bit of food, I was actually trying to get killed. I wasn't even trying to get the QBD kill, but look, I'm just tanking the flame walls. You see the bleeds, it still hurts obviously, but you can tank the flame walls without super anti-fires. It's just in a bleed and it just makes it much easier to eat up because you have more time because it's 5 hits. Now, this armor is also particularly useful for Elite Dungeon 3 because it's best done with melee. Speaking of Elite Dungeons, Trimmed Masterwork armor does not degrade in Elite Dungeons, which makes it even better. And it requires regular Masterwork armor to be repaired, so if you only use it in Elite Dungeons, it's pretty much infinite. Apart from Divine Charges, of course, if you've augmented it. And if you custom fit the Trimmed Masterwork armor set, something you can't do with regular Masterwork, it doesn't degrade doing Slayer and Reaper tasks. Unless you're doing, let's say, Abyssal Demons at the top of the Slayer Tower, and you get hit by those other creatures, I forgot their name, but it does degrade from them. It doesn't degrade when you get hit from creatures that you're on task for, only the creatures that you're not on task for. And this is the only way you should ever get Trimmed Masterwork armor. Simply buy the full set because you want to have the full set and you need it to custom fit it. Go and speak to Elof in the Artisan's Workshop and go ahead and custom fit it. It does make the armor untradeable, but why would you ever sell it anyways? Because it's the best melee armor in the game, and you can also cosmetically change it by spiking it, but that's pointless really, apart from the cosmetic value. Now, you may not have the money for Trimmed Masterwork. In that case, if you only have 60-70 mil to spend, Masterwork armor, the regular version, is perfect. It's still tier 90 armor. It's very powerful, very good armor for bossing. But if you've already geared out on ranged and magic as well, you got your Virtus, maybe your Pernix, or Sirenic, and you have the money to spend on melee, you should definitely get Trimmed Masterwork Armour over the regular version. And if you're interested in doing a lot of elite dungeons, it is 100% worth getting. Regular Masterwork Armour, if you're going to be buying it, you don't necessarily need to buy the boots and gloves. You can save yourself some money. You can also just use Bandos boots and gloves or your Cinderbanes and just buy the plate legs, body and helmet, and this way you won't have to spend as much. Just a tip, that's what I did before I bought Trimmed Masterwork Armour myself. Now, I've had countless situations where Trimmed Masterwork Armour has saved me from certain deaths, so I think it is worth it. But it depends on your budget. It's all up to you, but this was a versus video and a short comparison. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please leave a like down below and maybe even consider subscribing, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.